Is that okay? Don't be sitting like that. You have to win. The way you are sitting like you are not ready. These people. So everybody get it? Now you guys are going to choose who the winner is in each panel. So you are the one going to vote who wins the prize. Okay? Is that okay? Yes. So you are judging them now. They are your Zambia Got Talent. These are them. They are your future parliamentarians. They will represent you. Okay? Thank you for coming. Please, we are the organizers. Pastor Florence, where's your team that put it together? Can you give them a big hand? Please stand to your feet. Please give them a big hand. So these ladies are the ones that put this together for you, okay? And we meet here, please sit down. We meet here every Sunday at 10 o'clock. How many of you go to Kablonga Girls? Let me see your hand. Give them a big hand. So Kablonga Girls. How many people go to Twin Palm Secondary School? Let me see, fantastic. Can you give them a big hand too? How many of us go to any school around here, not Twin Palm, not Kablonga Girls? Anybody going to Kablonga Boys? No Kablonga Boys. So which school are you from? If I didn't call Twin Palm or Kablonga Girls, which school are you from? I mean, where? I can't hear. Kablonga Basic. Anybody from Kablonga Basic? Let me see your hand. There's nobody from Kablonga Basic. Anybody from Chibelo? Nobody. So, anybody from Unza? One person. Thank you for coming. Which is your school? Where's your school? Ma? Munali Girls. Anybody from Munali Girls? Up Munali Girls. There's Munali Girls here. Fantastic. Okay. Which school didn't we call? What's your school? Sorry? El Palet University. Anybody from El Palet? Anybody else? So give, oh, fantastic. You guys stand to your feet. Let's just stand. Let's honor you guys. Please give them a big hand. Fantastic. Munali Girls, did you stand? Stand for Munali Girls. Two of you stand for Munali Girls. Please stand for Munali Girls. Okay, give Munali Girls a big hand, please. I hope you wrote your name down. Thank you, sit down. You wrote your name and your school down. Make sure you write your name, your school, everything, and all your Facebook, email things. Let's get in touch with you. Which other school didn't we call? Any other school? Where? Lusaka Girls. Where's Lusaka Girls? Stand to your feet if you're from Lusaka Girls. Let's see Lusaka Girls, please. Give her a big hand. Thank you. Which other school? Any other school? How many of you live in this area? You live in this area. Let me see. Stand to your feet, please. You live in this area. These are special people. Give them a big hand. Thank you. Awesome people. So make sure you write where you live. Huh? You never know what prize you will get just by writing something down. They may just give you a big prize. Okay? So please, we want to be able to help you, walk with you, and support you. We meet here every Sunday. Then every other day, there's somebody here that can help you. So after this, we're going to make that available to you, and you can reach out to people here. Pastor Florence, the HOD, she's not Pastor Florence, HOD. She told me I should call her HOD Florence. So Florence, please stand to your feet. Let them see you again. So she's in charge of the youth. And she will always be here. You need anything, you need to counsel. She works with YWCA. She's a counselor. She's all that. And we have many other people working here. So we want to help connect with you. And whatever challenges you may be going through, we will have people to support you here. And if you feel, I don't have food, I don't know how to do this or that, I'm sure when you talk to Florence, she will talk to our pastors and will always support you, okay? Is that good? Is that a good way to start it? Good. So let's talk about the woman, the girl. Let's look at her. Did God make a girl? What do you think? How many of you are Christians? Okay, please put your hand down, thank you. How many are not Christians? Let me see your hand. You're not a Christian. So I'm free to talk from the Bible. Is that okay? We agree? Okay, cool. Let's look at the girl. Who is better, boy or girl? Why? Why? Why do you think so? Does everybody think a boy is better than a girl is better than a boy? What do you think? The question is, how do you compare? One is a boy, one is a girl. Can you compare them? Are they the same? Good. And how many girls are the same? How can you compare? How many of you have the same fingerprints? 0. That's good. Very fast. How many of you have the same eyeballs, whatever, biometrics? Are you serious? Huh? 2 people have the same eye thing. Nobody. How many of you, what else they used to identify people? Why are you shy? Don't be shy. You see your big smile. Very nice. Good. So, most times when you compare yourself to somebody else, on what basis do you compare yourself? Ma? Based on beauty. Good. Let's look at that word beauty. Because most people identify themselves to those things. So you see the word, she said beauty just now. Beauty. Okay? How do you measure somebody that is beautiful? How do you know a person is beautiful? Who chooses who beautiful is? Now, do you think the person I think is beautiful is the same person you will think is beautiful? So beauty, therefore, is very relative, isn't it? Everybody's beauty is different. To Wazungus, maybe their beauty is size 2. To an African, beauty can be size 32. You don't know. You know. So who told you because you are size 2, you are not beautiful? So let's talk. Beauty, most times, we're going to use this because most times you look at things and you look at things based on your person, your body. Is a girl, it's a woman, is a woman her body? Where'd you get your body from? So beauty is body. So to you, and that's where you come your identity. Okay? So people will say, at this age, you think your identity is your body. Florence is going to talk to you about your sexuality. So this body, where did you get it from? Where did you get it from? From your parents. So how many of you got your body? You've done biology? Yes. So your body is made up of your father plus your mother. Isn't it? Equals you. Correct? Yes. Is this really correct? Let me add one more thing. It is God put that together to bring you. Okay? So, God is the one that made you, since you are Christian, correct? Or how many of you were made by monkeys or something? Any of you? So, God now put you through your mother and father. They contributed 23 chromosomes. This one brought 23 chromosomes. So you became 46. And this is where your body came from. So who gave you your body? Is your body you, therefore? Is your body you? Think about it. So your parents, these are human being. They contributed from their chromosomes, not your chromosome. They contributed, and that contribution brought forth you here. Isn't it? So your biology is from who? From your parents. But your identity is from who? Your person. Do you understand? So, is God your father? Is God, do you say, my Father who art in heaven? So God is your father. No, is God a human being? God is not a human being. What is God? God is a spirit. So you, therefore, you're a spirit. That means if God is your father, you're a spirit. How many of you are looking at me now? You are looking everywhere. Look at me. Just for a short time, I will soon go away. So, you're a spirit, correct? Am I correct? Because God is your father. Then, of course, your mother and father gave birth to you on the earth. So, you're a body. Correct? Am I correct? You have a body. You have a body. Then, of course, for you to operate on the earth, you have a soul. Your soul has your mind, your intellect, and your emotion. Or you call it your will. Okay? Are you with me? Are we flowing together? So all this make up you. All this is you. So when you say you is not a body. How many of you chose your parents? You chose your parents. In heaven, you say, I God. I want to be born by these two people. How many of you chose your parents? You didn't choose. How many of you chose your country? How many of you chose the day you will be born? So what have you chosen? So is it possible that you live your life and that life is not yours? Because how many of you chose Nshima? Say, I like Nshima, God. All I want to eat is Nshima, mealy meal. You chose it from heaven. You said, God, my food shall be Nshima all the days of my life. Do you know how many times you eat Nshima? By now you should be sick of it. Say, God, I'm tired. But the truth is this. All you know is Nshima, isn't it? Who chose Nshima for you? Your parents. Your parents said, this is what I have. If you like it or not, eat. Correct? You see, at this stage of your life, if you don't understand, and that's why we brought you here, so you start understanding who you are. You get it? Otherwise, people will keep making choice for you, and when you get older, you'll start crying and regretting because you realize your life is not happy. You get it? At this stage of your life, when you don't understand, you will think that your life is about getting married. You know they tell all you girls that. So you want to focus on your body because you think your body is what makes you beautiful. Do you know boys don't care about your body? You know that? What do boys care about? Boys, I didn't say men, boys. Even men, some of them are stupid like that. What do they care about? Say it. What do men care about? Most of the time, what men care about is sex. Not you. They don't care about you. You say, hey, it's not true. So most of the time, what they're thinking about, not you, they're thinking about sex. So if you don't know who you are, if you don't have a good identity of who you are, you will spend your life being a sex toy for boys and men. And you'll be focusing on your body. Every day you grow, your body loses value. Every day you are growing bigger and bigger. Your body is what? Is losing value. So, if you think you are your body, you will spend time trying to buy all sorts of things, and you will never develop your real you. You understand? So you need to know, who am I? What is the best thing a girl needs, money or education? You see, money will go and buy you hair, and buy you mobile phone, and buy you all that, but education will give you a life. You get it? What is the thing you waste the most? What is the thing that you don't pay attention to? We'll look at the Bible just now. Most girls, at this stage of their life, all you want to do is grow quick. Okay, I don't know really. I've never been a girl. So who am I to talk about most girls? So that, first of all, is on the side. But when you see it, a lot of us want to get to the place where we feel we are free to wear jeans, we are free to go out, we are free to drink, because you're only thinking about your life now when you're a child. Okay? Imagine if you are going to live. How old do you think you will live? How old do you think you will be for the rest of your life? When do you think you will die? Give me an age. What age do you want to die? What age do you want to die? Give me an age. 100. I like that. 100. What age do you want to die? 86. You even know exactly 86. Good. What age do you want to die? In the hoodie, what age do you want to die? 90. You see, nobody say, I want to die at 20. You see that? But are there things that kill you at 20? HIV. HIV. Do you know why HIV spreads so fast? Why? So sex. What is the devil using to kill girls quickly? Sex. Sex. And everything you do, social media, all those things, everything, put in your head, blah, 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 and it's affecting your mind. I hope we'll talk about mental health. You see it. All that is programming you to go and you never know that thing can be the end of your life. Sex. What should a girl be focusing on at this stage, at this age? Education. What does education do? It gives the girl choices. It gives you the right to choose the life you want. That's what education does. Education gives you the right to choose. When you are not educated, you don't finish your education, you get pregnant, the choice is taken away from you. People start looking at you in a way. You grow up not living the life you want most of the time, and guess what happens? They pass it to, a lot of you here, your parents got pregnant before it was their time to get pregnant. So the life they would love to give you, they are not giving you that life because they didn't have what you have. They didn't have somebody calling them together on Women's Day to talk to them about themselves. You get it? Are you listening to what I'm saying? This is why we are saying take this seriously. So let's look at how God made the woman. Okay? Is that good? What's your name? Huh? Fungai. Are you ready? Is it good? You ready? Good. What school do you go? Awesome. So we're neighbors. Awesome. So we should be friends, you know. You'll come Sunday. We're here Sunday. Mama, you should know Fungai. Fungai. So, oh, yes? So you know Mama already? Super duper. Okay? So look at Genesis. When God made man and woman, do you have your Bibles? No, you don't. If you do, get it, but I'll talk it. In Genesis chapter 1, who made man and woman? God did, isn't it? It says, let's make man in our image after our likeness. And then God made them male and female. Correct? Who made us male and female? God did. Were your parents alive that time? So who chose for you to be a woman or a man? Did your parents choose boy or choose girl? You know, a lot of our parents, if they were going to choose, a lot of them, because of the way we are raised, if our parents were going to choose a child, they would choose a boy. A lot of times. You know why? Because in those days, when you have a boy as a woman, you feel the boy will take care of you. You feel the boy, when they are inheriting, the boy will get the property and something. So a lot of times people used to respect women more when they have boy children. But the truth is this, the girl children always end up to be better than the boy children. You know why? Are you with me? Are you concentrating on me? Because a lot of times we raise the girl children to take care of people, to take care of family, but the boy children, we don't raise them, we don't invest as much in them. So when it comes to problems, you find that the girl children take care of more. So if you are going to ask me, who should I have, boy or girl, who do you think I'll choose? No, I'll choose a girl. I'll choose a girl. Don't you know it's the girls that take care of the fathers better than the boys? So what does it mean? It means that people will choose not because of you, based on their selfish desires. So some people choose girl because they want them to take care of the father. Some people choose boy because they want to be important in the family. But nobody asks you, what do you want? Nobody ever asks you anything. So most of the time, the girl child grows up without having a choice. She just keeps doing everything they tell her to do. And then when she gets older, a lot of times you see them crying and regretting, because this time when you are meant to choose your life, you don't spend your time choosing your life. You just keep going with the flow. You get what I'm saying? So God made. Who made? Who made? So whose mind thought about you? Only God. So number 2, chapter 2, God now takes this woman he made and the man, and they put them inside the body. Chapter 2, isn't it? So God took the woman and the man he made in Genesis chapter 1 and took them and put them into one body called Adam. Adam actually means, the word Adam means not male. Did you get all this? So what does it tell you? It tells you that you are not your body. Your body is just your house. You get it? If you were going to come on earth, you couldn't come as a spirit, because spirits don't have the permission to live on earth. So God gave the body to the human being, that through the body, the human being can stay on earth. So the equipment to stay on earth is what? Your body, correct? So, are you your body? So imagine you say, my body. What does it mean? You own the body, it belongs to you, isn't it? Isn't that true? So the body and you are totally different things. I'm wearing this now. Am I my clothes? No. So when I finish here, what will I do? I'll take it off, isn't it? And I'll put it in the washer or something, or I'll put it back on the hanger. But this is not me, isn't it? It's only covering me so I can come here. Imagine if I wasn't wearing clothes and I came here. What would you say? You laugh like that and say, you are mad. That's a mad man. So what did God give you a body to do? So you don't spook people on the earth. So when people say, can you imagine a spirit talking to you and you can't see the spirit? What would you do? You'll be spooked, isn't it? You'll run. So God gave you a body so people can see you. But you and your body are not the same. Okay? You get that? So, are you your body? What is your body? Your house, as long as you're on the earth. The day you leave the earth, what happens? You put the body back in the ground, and where are you? You are gone. So the person going to meet God is not this body. The person going to meet God is the one living inside the body. So, when a boy looks at your body, has he seen you? What is he seeing? Your house, your body. He hasn't seen you, doesn't know you. So imagine if a boy comes and says, you are beautiful. What is he seeing? Your body is seeing the house. Has he seen you? So until the person starts to talk to your mind, he hasn't met you yet. So the real you is the one we don't see. Does it make sense? Your mind, your spirit, your body is just your house. But sometimes if you live in a dirty house, what happens? You fall sick, isn't it? So you have to take care of this body, because the day the body goes bad, you have to get out of the earth. Sickness affects the body. All those things affect the body. So once the body can't work anymore, it's like a car. If a car breaks down, can you use it anymore? You get out, you enter the minibus. It's the same way when the body breaks down. If you don't take care of your body, it breaks down, then you have to go to heaven. So you have to be careful. If I want to be 100 years, 90 years, 86 years, I must pay attention to my body. I must not let boys come and dump things on me. You see, girls, we are not dustbins, isn't it? So boys go about one place, one place, one place, one place, then they carry their trash and they come and dump on you and you receive it. Say, God forbid. It should not happen, never. Can you imagine? They see, let me ask you, if your complexion is fair, did you choose it? No. Who chose that? Your parents. So your body is not you, it's your parents, isn't it? Good. If you don't like what your body looks like, go to your parents and say, why did you do this? Do you understand? And if you like it, what should you do? Thank your parents. Say, you guys. You get it? But what's the real you? not your body. The real you is what? The one inside. So where is the real beauty? The one inside. You see, you didn't work on your body, but you work on you every day. So what makes me beautiful is the things I'm learning and the person I'm becoming. Does it make sense? Does it make sense? So when they say beauty from now, what should you be thinking about? Not what your parents gave you, who you are developing yourself to be. Do you understand? Do you know what makes you beautiful then? If it's not your body, imagine, your body is your parents. You had nothing to do with that, isn't it? So you can't say, I am beautiful. You can say, my father and mother were good-looking people. That's their body, isn't it? But you, since your body, you are not your body, what do you think is your beauty? We say it's the inner person. So it's the inner person. Okay? Now, what is this inner you? Since your body, the physical, is not you, it's just your equipment. What's the real you? What do you think the real you is? How do I see you then? If I don't see you, if your body is not you, how do I see you? With what will I say, this is, give me your name. How do I say, this is Melody? How do I identify Melody? If I'm not looking at Melody based on her body, because this is Melody's parents. Stand up, Melody, please. When you see Melody like this, what does it tell you? It tells you that her father and mother were tall. Somebody in the family is tall. Correct? Because they got 23 chromosomes. It tells you that they have light complexion. If it's not her father or mother, it's her grandmother or grandfather. You get it? What else about Melody do you see, notice? Her forehead is like her father or mother. Whose forehead do you have? Whose forehead do you have? I'm sure they tell you in your family. Whose forehead do you have? Your dad's forehead, you see? So that forehead was a gift, isn't it? Who gave her the gift? Her father. Good. So when you look at her body, you see her parents. Now, what do you see in Melody that will tell you that is Melody? What is it Melody contributes to this? What do you think? Yes? Her what? Say it again. Her actions. So the way Melody, sit down, thank you so much. Beautiful Melody. When you see Melody, therefore, it is not her body. This is her parents. Okay? Melody, therefore, is her actions, her behavior, her attitude. All this make up her character. So what is real beauty? Real beauty is character. Do you understand? You know why? This is you. You build this one. Have you noticed when they say people, oh, that's a bad girl? Have you ever heard that before? Why do they say somebody's a bad girl? Her character. Why do they say somebody's a very good girl? Her character. Why do they say, that one is just a kawalala? A character. Why do they say this one is a gossip? How many of you say, oh, because of her body, that's why they call her something? Most of the time, what they call you is based on your actions, what you do. And that's where your character comes from. So the real you is what? Your character. So if I want to develop me, what should I develop? My character. What should I spend money doing? My character, building myself. You know why? People pay you for this, not for this. The only person that will pay you for this is a man wanting to touch you. So they will give you things, they take you for dinner, and you leave school, you put your school uniform in a bag, then you come to school, then you change, you go on a taxi, and you go and do stuff. You know what they did? They fed your body, they didn't feed you. But every time they will feed your body, guess what? They want returns. If you give money to ShopRite, don't you want to take something away? So every man that gives you money wants to, apart from your father. And your father won't give you money, give you school fees, isn't it? And he gives the school fees to the school, not to you. Correct? and you feel he's a stingy man, isn't it? No, he's thinking of your future. He's not thinking of your body. But the men that will think of your body start looking at you to entice you with money. When they bring money, what are they doing? They are deceiving you. They want to buy your future. They will say, give me money now. They play with you now, but you forget your future and you lose that future tomorrow. Does it make sense? Go and ask other ladies that have gone ahead of you. That boy will come to you, tell you he loves you, and we get carried away with that word, love, love. When they start saying love to you, you get stupid. They say, I love you. Oh, he loves me. Oh, he loves me. I start getting stupid like that. You know, they do that. Okay. You see, you know what happens? It confuses you, particularly at this age. And you lose sense of your future, and you are so interested in, let him call me again. Let him call me again. You know how it goes. And what happens? You are not reading. You are not learning. You are not paying attention. You are not sleeping anymore. You are texting at 22, 23, 24, 02, 03. Am I lying? No. And what happens the day you get pregnant? He will not call you again. He will not write you again. He will never know you again. If you call his name, he doesn't want to know anything about you. So did he like you before? No. Did he love you before? No. What did he want? Sex. He didn't want you. He wanted sex. So you want to not be in that trap. So when God made man, he now put them in the body. Please tell me my time, because I talk a lot. Florence, are you hearing? Please remind me when is my time up. I talk too much. Are you flowing with me so far? So when God made the man, yeah, he put all of them in one body. So where was Eve when God made Adam? Adam, I told you, Adam means the word Adam. A-D-A-M. It means what? Not male. It doesn't mean male. It means humankind. So this means humankind. Okay? So you remember God made the first male on the earth, and he called him Adam, isn't it? Now, where were you and me when God made Adam? Where? You were all inside, because the whole of humankind was inside the male. That's why the male is the seed carrier. The woman is the one that incubates, the womb. But the male carries the seed. So all human beings were inside one. So did Adam, when God made Adam the male, how many people did he make? Every human being that will ever live was inside. So what happens is God starts to bring you out based on your time and your purpose. Did you get that? Are you with me? You are doing your nails. You're not listening to me. Did you get what I said? You have to get it all. Because if you go out there, some vultures are waiting for you. You know, when you dress nice like this, they're waiting for you. You don't go free. Praise God. So, it's true. Boys, they're bad. I'm telling you. Particularly the ones in the compound. Yo. Praise the Lord. Now, so God put all of us here, isn't it? So look at chapter 2, verse 18. Look at chapter 2, verse 18. God said, it's not good for man to be alone. Whose idea is the woman now? Did you see a man going to meet God and say, God, I need a babe? Did you see that happen? Huh? Say, God, give me a guza. Did you see that happen? What did the man do? The man doesn't need a woman. Did you notice? When you read your Bible, check it out. You'll find that no man went to meet God and said, God, give me a babe. I need a babe. She didn't say that. He didn't say that. He just was busy doing his work. Do you understand? And then God now looks at it and God says, Man can't do it alone. Remember the theme of Women's Day? What's the theme of Women's Day? Gender equality for what? Gender equality today for a sustainable tomorrow. That's the theme. Equality today for a sustainable tomorrow. And what they are saying is basically, men cannot run this world alone. If we are going to succeed, we need partnership, men and women. And if we don't build the women now, it will keep being men alone. And God says it's not good for the man to do it alone. So God is saying the world will not be the world the way I want the world to be until male and female are working together. Unfortunately, what they told you and what they've taught you is that woman is for what? Marriage. But if you're only for marriage, how is the world going to be a better place if we're raising every woman? Do you think it's every woman that will marry? You see, that's the problem. Because when you think women are for marriage, you start thinking that if I don't marry, I'm not a woman. And some women will say, if I go to school, then no man will marry me. Who told you were made for marriage? You're not made for marriage. You're made for who? For God. Who thought about you? Who said, let us make a woman? Not a man. What was the man doing when God was making the woman? God put him to sleep. So God did not ask any man an opinion, say, should I make her? How should I make her? What does that tell you? If you want to have a good life and enjoy, have you noticed that a lot of girls, we spend so much of our time trying to make boys notice us and like us? You know, am I correct? Yes. Because I'm not a girl, I don't know, but I'm asking you. Am I correct? You guys, hope you are listening, because you are meant to ask me questions and challenge what I'm saying. Okay, so good. So now, if that is true, who is the first person you should be talking to? God. Why? Why are you talking to God? Why should... This side is as if you people are very intelligent, this side. Because this side, they are too quiet. Why? Why are you quiet on this side? So I should be standing this side now. Let me leave this side alone. Let me be standing on this side. Maybe you guys will wake up now. So guys, here. So why do you think I should be talking to God? Why should I be talking to God? Okay, let's go a step further. Yes, give me something. Why? Because he's the creator. More than that, why else? Yes, he's the creator. Is that the reason why? You see, you have gone to Sunday church now. You have gone to church now. You know why? Imagine my phone has a problem. You see, you know iPhone. You see, you know iPhone. That's how boyfriend will get you now with iPhone. They'll just come to you, iPhone, and it will be fake iPhone. They'll just take you, sure. You see, Boaz. Yeah. You don't know biology, you know iPhone. If I catch you. Now, don't even know any phone. You are flowing. Are you flowing with me? Good. Okay, I'll leave that one. Now, if I have a problem with my phone, yes? Who should I talk to if I have a problem with my phone? My wife. The phone repairer. So if I have a problem with my phone, hallelujah. Okay, if I don't have a wife, what do I do? You see problem now. Imagine, so everybody with phone must have a wife. Shate, that's powerful. Okay, so imagine I have a phone. This is an Apple phone. If I want to solve the problem of this Apple phone, who should I go to? The Apple repairer, the Apple shop, or an approved Apple repairer, correct? Now imagine if I take my Apple problem and I take it to who? A techno technician. What's going to happen? They're going to mess up my phone. Are you flowing with what I'm saying? So I can't take the Apple phone. Why won't I take it to a techno repairer? Because I value my phone. And I know that my phone is better than techno. And if I go to techno, they will mess me up. Correct? And I'll have to pay twice as much, or I'll have to buy a new phone. Correct? So when a girl or a woman has a problem, who should she go to? She shouldn't go to a man, because a man didn't make you. Did a man make you? Most of the time. Were your parents there when God was making you? No. Do you know the last person the woman talks to concerning anything? The last person she normally would talk to is God. Guess who they talk to? Who was the first person that Eve met when God made the woman? Who gave her name Eve? No. Adam gave her the name. What did God give? Did Adam ask God, God, what's her name? Did Adam ask God, what is she here for? Did Adam ask God, who is she? Thank you so much. Did you notice, when a man sees you, they don't ask the right questions? What did Adam see? What did Adam see when she saw the woman? What did Adam say when he saw the woman? Thank you, ma'am. What did Adam say? You remember what Adam said? He says what? This is the bone of my bone. This is the flesh of my flesh. She shall be called. Was it correct? Have you noticed it? You say yes. That's the problem. Because you see, most of the time, you are still describing yourself based on the way people call you. Did you notice nobody asked God, who is she? What is she here to do? Who was the first person Eve, the woman, met? Think about it again. Who was the first? Open your Bible, if you have a Bible. Genesis chapter 2 from verse 22. And the bone which, the rib which the Lord God took, he used to form the woman, and he brought the woman to the man. He brought the woman to the man. Did you see that? He brought the woman to the man. So who is the first person the woman met? God. Who is meant to be the first person in her life? God. Have you noticed in your life, you put your friends, you put boyfriend, but you never go to God. So you notice that this girl, in finding her identity, never goes back to God. Always going to people that don't know you, to ask. Is it making sense? I'm going to ask you what sense is making soon. So, at the end of the day, if I want to know about myself, who should I go to? I should go to God. I should get close to God. I should get to know God, my maker. I should get to know, why did God make me? And do you think God will answer if you went to ask him? Yes. So, she doesn't go to God. Who does she meet? She meets a man. God was there, but she's focused on the man. Why? Because the man was her purpose from God, her purpose. That's that woman, not every woman. So Adam was the reason God made this first woman. Okay? Why did the woman fail? I'm now in chapter 3. Why did this woman fail? Don't be shy to tell me my time is up. Don't be shy. Good. Why did the woman fail? What's the one reason the woman fell in the Bible? Who was the first to fail? Male or female? Why? Why did she fail? Look at it. If you have your Bible, look at it. So the serpent came to the woman, chapter 3, and he says, has God said you shouldn't eat? Everything the woman knew, who did she know it from? From Adam, not from God. It was Adam that told her what she knew. All right? So when Adam taught her, did Adam teach her everything? No. So what, do you know the biggest reason a woman failed in the Bible? The biggest reason, what did she say to God? When God says, what have you done? He says, the serpent deceived me. Okay? Says the serpent deceived me and I ate. Isn't it? So at the end of the day, the biggest thing the devil is using against the woman is deception. So the problem with the woman is what? The biggest problem is what? Huh? So ignorance. Ignorance. So the biggest thing against every woman is what? So what is ignorance? Describe what ignorance means. A lack of knowledge, or not knowing what you ought to know. Do you know the biggest thing? How many women can afford this phone? How many women can afford this phone? That's a lie. Every woman can afford this phone. You see, when you don't know you can afford the phone, you'll be looking for somebody to buy a phone for you. Well, all of you can buy your phone yourself. You know how? Get your education, work hard. Do you know women earn more money than men? Do you know that? Do you know women succeed better than men? You see, men are always distracted by women. Women don't get distracted when they are serious. So women do better in business, women do better in career, women do, because they are so focused. There are some things about women that make them so powerful, but because of ignorance, you don't know that. So you always think a man is better than you. And you think that the only reason you are here is so that you make a man happy. Meanwhile, you can afford the best of anything you like. If only you pay attention to what? What's the solution to ignorance? Knowledge. So how do I get knowledge? Good. So the greatest thing you can give a woman to be the best she can be is education. Education is the great leveler. It is through education that we will level inequalities. Without education, they will keep putting you down. Every one of you now are vulnerable. Because of what? Deception. This is the time of your life. People tell you you are beautiful, or you are this and that. So you are being deceived. Did you see the woman who saw that the tree was good for food? What do they used to get you girls? They get you with food. You always want to go out, go out, go out. You want to eat every time, eat food. You know, when they are feeding a goat for Christmas, it's not because they like the goat, it's because they want to eat the goat. Hope you know that. So when people start offering you food, they are preparing you for dinner. It's not the food that is dinner, you are dinner. Question is this: do you want to put yourself as dinner for a boy? No. I hope you say that no when they say, can we go for dinner? You say, no. The beginning of the problem is chicken and chips. When she saw that the tree was good for food. So number one, her sight is based on her mind. You don't see with your eyes, you see with your mind. Okay? Food, pleasant to where? The eyes. So she's looking at what is nice. She likes nice. She wants to feel nice. A tree to be desired, her desire. So you see the things getting the woman? And with this, you are deceived every day. This is what gets us every day. Close to every woman that hasn't learned about their identity think that life is about fun. So you get deceived thinking that it's fun. And they make you see six-pack. You like six-pack? Yeah? Have you noticed the brokest boys that have six-pack? Rich people don't have six-pack. They have one pack. It's poor people that have six-pack. Rich people, they're in the workplace. They are working hard. Poor people are going to gym to impress you. You get it? Doesn't make sense. Rich people are making money. They have packs of money. Poor people don't have work. So they go to where? Gym. To be bodyguard. Hallelujah. Do you want to marry a bodyguard? No. So look for sense pack. Okay? So, you see, when people are building their muscles, most of the time, that's how they used to abuse people. They should build in their mind and building their brains. And that's what you should be doing. What is the thing the devil uses to get the woman? Deception. What is the root of deception? Ignorance. What's the solution to it? Education, knowledge. So every woman can be anything through education. When I come back for the next session, I'll tell you why it is important at this time of your life to pay attention to education, because deception is big. You sell your future for this. You sell your future for this. So what have we said today? Let's wrap it up. And these guys will talk to us. You are not your body. Beauty is not about your body. Beauty is what? Character is what beauty is. Why? Because you didn't do anything to have the body, but your character you work on every day. So your real person is your character. Okay? And you build character by what? By knowledge, education. Without education, therefore, you haven't become a woman. You are born a female. You grow up as a girl, but you are built and made by character as a woman. So my being a woman is not about, and each of you is a woman, you know that. You are just in the process. So you want to decide, am I going to be a wise woman or am I going to be a foolish woman? In the Bible, Proverbs chapter 14, verse 1, it says, a wise woman builds, a foolish woman destroys. So if you are wise, you will build your life and have a good life. If you are a foolish person, you will destroy your own life with your own hands. It's your choice. Are you going to start building your life? So you are going to write, before I come back, you are going to write for me, what do you want to be in life? And nobody should write wife. Don't write wife. And don't write teacher. Don't write nurse. Don't write, what else? Secretary. Don't write, what else? Don't write maid. You write something, just dream big, and then we'll show you how to get there. Okay? Thank you. My time passed long ago. I'll wait here to take questions, but I hand over back to you. Don't forget, you are judging them. One person must win here. So you are going to vote after they finish. Thank you.
It's wonderful. Not many of us can get to attend such a speech or be given such an opportunity to attend. Hello.
Don't forget, please tell us your name so they know who they are voting for.
My name is Glory Gakim-Witsi, and I just want to say thank you for the speech that you've given us. It is wonderful. It was wonderful, and I assume that we've all heard. And my question is just a simple one. You mentioned that for ignorance and the solution to ignorance and deception is education.
Yes,
and
knowledge, education.
some of us, let me just clarify to say, not all women are able to attain that education. So how do they go about it?
Good.
There are those that come from well-able families. Their parents can provide for them education. Some of us, they are able to give us the beginning, and then it ends just there.
Okay.
Others don't even just get to step in school. So how do they go about it in ignorance and the deception?
Fantastic. Good question, isn't it? I love her question, because a lot of us face those challenges. You know that. So the first thing, I'll tell you, one of the ways you can get that knowledge and education, become a friend to Harvest Mission Church and the Leadership Farm. That's one. You see, the reason they are doing this is not because they want to talk to you on one day. It's because they want to be your partner to your education for the rest of your time. So if you begin to build, if you live here, you put your name down and you say, look, I need your support, your assistance. They won't give you money, but they will get you educated. They will teach you what you need to know to get the best. So one of the ways, how do I get this education? Not everybody can go to school, but everybody can want to be educated. And education does not necessarily mean you went to school, even though today we want every woman to go to school. Without going to school, you're handicapped in life. That's why the government has given free education. So the thing is not school. The thing is the girl staying in school and finishing school. That's the biggest thing. You see, most times when you see children go to school, 100% of them go to school. By the time they're getting to university, you are seeing less than 30% of girls. Because why? They fell out along the way. Pregnancies, things like that. So the thing is, how do we get girls to finish school? And that's how you must deal with deception. So if my parents don't have enough to go to school, I'm vulnerable, there's a lot of support to get help. For example, seated there is a place we call Action for Empowerment. It's an organization that supports people to go to school. So if you don't know and you don't come to places like this, you won't have access to that knowledge. That knowledge of Action for Empowerment, you see, that's knowledge, isn't it? That knowledge I just told you now can make you walk up to that person and say, look, my parents can't afford it. I need help to go to school. And they will just enroll you. And there are people to pay. They say, look, Action for Empowerment, we want you to support 100 girls to go to school. They'll give them the money. Now you go to Action for Empowerment, but if you don't know there exists a name, before now, did you know there was Action for Empowerment? You will never know that there's a place for help. So that's how knowledge is powerful. So when you come to places like this, you start getting knowledge that will lead you to the knowledge, that will lead you to the knowledge that will make you the woman you are meant to be. You get what I'm saying? Good. So there's support, there's help. Okay? Thank you. Good question. Go on. I'm not in charge, oh. Princess, you're the one in charge.
Sorry. There might be a girl seated there asking, saying that I want to go to school, but then my parents are saying, if you go to school, who's going to clean the utensils? If you go to school, who is going to take care of the younger child? If you go to school, who is going to farm in the garden?
Very
who is
good.
going to take care of the house? So how do you communicate to that person, or how do you encourage that person? If it's the parents who are, she has the desire to go to school, but then there's something that's stopping her from.
That is why we have started this, so that that girl can come. There are counselors, there are organizations, there's a church that is ready to help you bridge that gap. If we have to talk to the parents, all those interventions will come. But then you have to come and say, we need this, I need this, help me this. You understand? So it's a partnership, it's a relationship that you're hoping that today will start and build. For example, every Monday, every Wednesday, every Friday in this hall, they teach about entrepreneurship, money, success. They teach on Tuesdays about women. They teach on Fridays about leadership. So you have all that available every day, every week. And those things you will learn here, they don't even teach you in school. So it will help to just accelerate your growth as a girl. And then as you grow, those support to help you build up your skills entrepreneurially, they start to do all that. So the thing she needs is knowledge. Once she knows that, I've given you a lot of knowledge just now. Now it's up to you. Will you use that to further your life? It's up to you. Okay? You can add. You can do anything. Today is your day.
My name's Melody Kendi Mweti, and I just want to talk also about education, whereby, as you said, you need to go to school for you to be educated, or you can learn anywhere. But there are those who, also if they've got materials for learning and getting knowledge, they still don't concentrate in class or do assess or get knowledge. when I was in grade 9, almost 90% of people in my class didn't proceed. They neither get pregnant or they start roaming around the streets. So very few of us went to grade 10. And then I'd love to ask a question about the body you were talking about. You said the body presents our father and mother.
Yeah.
But also our father and our mother come from also they are created by
Yes,
God,
yes.
right? Yes. So
But they came through parents too.
sorry?
They came through father and mother too. So they've been passing the body from generation to generation.
Okay.
So your question, go with your question.
I think you've just answered right
Okay. So you find that, you see, that's why some of us don't know. Do you know none of you is born poor? Nobody's born poor. It's your parents that make you poor. You see, what your parents is, they don't just give you the body, they give you their mind too. You know what they call their mind? You call it culture. They carry their mind and they put in you, and they say, that's how girls behave. That's how girls behave. You are a girl. You know what they are doing? They are giving you their mind. So now you are not relevant to your own life because you are carrying the mind of the generations that were before you. And nobody has helped you to develop a mind for your generation. Does it make sense? So you find that most of the things that happen to you is because your parents don't just pass their body to you, they pass their mind to you too. And you never question, you live their life again. So most of us repeat the life of your parents in the name of upbringing and culture. So education is meant to break that so you can have a better life. But most times you repeat the life of your parents because of what she just said. Is it making sense? So you have a choice. And this is what education does. I said at the beginning, education gives you a choice to choose who you want to be, not to repeat what your parents did. Okay? Thank you for that. Beautiful question. When you ask questions, you're asking questions that all these people may want to ask. So you are their representatives today. Any questions from the floor? Any questions, comments from the floor? Don't be shy to raise your hand. Okay?
Let's do this, guys. Let's ask him questions. Come on. I know you have a question.
Okay, thank you. Okay, one last question.
If you're going to school, you said that we need to concentrate with school, not thinking about sex. But during the process, maybe you get raped. Yes, something like that. So does that mean that it's your fault or?
No. Rape is never your fault. Rape is never your fault. Rape is a crime. Rape is injustice to that girl. Rape is an irresponsible boy that probably was not raised right. And a man. And again, that's why you have people here to deal with your mental health. So that because I was raped doesn't mean that's the end of my life. Nobody can tell how it goes for that person. Everybody's different. But that person can be helped. Yes. No man. You see, you have the Constitution of Zambia gives you freedom to dress the way you like. Okay? The Constitution tells you you can go out. And that's why we say character. You see, character will help you judge other people's character before you go out with them. Okay? So that if you don't have character, you go for food, you go for nice, you go for all those things, then it's like if you want to catch a rat, you put bait, isn't it? So if you don't have character, the bait draws you. Why would somebody be calling you to a place where only you are two of you in the dark? Something in you will say, I'm not going to go there. In fact, you will say to your friends, let's go together. But if you have character, you will look for a boy that has character. You will notice when they don't. Something inside you will tell you, there's danger, don't go. Do you understand? So most of the time, again, is based on this peer pressure thing. We want to be like other girls. We want to say we went on dates. I don't know what happened, so I can't talk. But you see, you can't explain rape. You can't justify rape. You can't. Rape is a crime. It should never happen. Okay? And if that person has gone through, it's not the end of life. There's help. And I'm sure our friend here, Frederick, will talk to us about mental health. He's a professional. That's his job every day. He will talk to us about that. So in case anybody here, you see, the worst thing that happens to rape is that you keep quiet. That's the worst thing. The more you keep quiet, the more you damage yourself. The more you start, you see, society starts making you think it's your fault. That's a lie. It's a crime against you. And it's punishable by law. So don't keep quiet. You are not keeping quiet because you want somebody to go to prison. You are keeping quiet because you want your life to continue. You are talking because you want your life to continue. Until you bring it out of you, it will affect your life and your growth. So that's very important. And a lot of girls are raped today. And you keep quiet and you blame yourself throughout thinking it's your fault. It's not your fault at all. More importantly, how many of you chose your family? How many of you chose your father? How many of you chose your mother? Who chose your sister and brother? What is the only thing you choose? Your friends. So if you choose the right friends, you will avoid rape. At least you will minimize it. If you choose where you go or you don't go, you will reduce the possibility of it. So choose your friends correctly because they determine a lot of these things. Does it make sense? I hope it helped you. Tell us your name, please.
My name is Emedi Kadilombi.
Yes.
I need a help or just a question maybe.
Yes.
Yeah. How can you help someone when someone is pregnant and then now he need to go back to school or maybe he's going to school and then now you find some friend bullying her, doing such things? How can you help in that way?
That person needs to come and we can work with that person. We have a lot of mothers here, a lot of psychosocial counselors here, a lot of professional people that do that. And then we can come intervene. There are many things we can do. So if you need help today, we have people here to begin to help you today. Okay? So anybody that needs help, the greatest way to get help is to ask for it. If you don't come out and say, I need help. It's hard sometimes because we feel ashamed. And we are ashamed and made to feel ashamed. There's nothing wrong with, you see, getting pregnant, the sleeping together, whatever, may be wrong. But that person is not wrong. That pregnancy, you have a choice to step out and say, I need help. If we don't talk, that's when the problem is. Okay? So like I said to you, in this place, you have Pastor Florence, you have Mom here, Action for Empowerment, you have Pastor Nelly, you have Uncle Frederick here. These are all professional people working to help you. So take advantage of it. You need help, there's help. Okay? And one day at a time, you will see that it's beautiful. Yes, please.
My name is Charity, and my question is, how can a girl overcome past emotions, e.g. loss of parents, or and focus on developing her future?
Fantastic. We're going to have a session on mental health, and I'm sure he's going to talk about such things. Most of the time, like I said, it's you coming out to talk. You see, you have to meet the right people because when you are in that space, you are vulnerable too. If you reach the wrong people, they abuse you some more. Because in that stage where you are opening up, people can take advantage of you and that thing can happen again. Do you understand? So you have to be sure who you talk to before you trust anybody. And some people can take what you tell them and tear you down some more. Okay? But the beginning of it is reach out for help. And we have said, you have help here. Anybody, you lost your parents, this has happened, that has happened, there's help. We have even some aunties at the back there, I'm seeing them there. They're professionals, they know what to do. Okay? So, girls, you have help. Let's see how we do it. Charity, good question for us. And I like your questions because you are not just speaking, you're speaking on behalf of all the girls. And there are so many of them that are at home feeling ashamed. You can bring them and say, look, help my friend. Okay? Good. Yes, ma'am.
And how can a girl regain self-esteem after going through deception?
Beautiful. How she regains it again is going back to help, and then that help begins to help her rebuild her self-esteem, her self-concept, and change the way she sees it. Because most of the time, it's the mindset, is the damage in the mind that is causing that behavior. So you see, just like your body heals, your mind heals too. But if your body is going to heal, you have to open up the wound, isn't it? They have to clean it out. They have to dress it. Then it starts to heal. It's the same way pain in the mind, hurt in the mind, until you talk to somebody and get to the root and open it and they clean it out. That thing will continue being buried and it will cause problems in that person's life. So again, it's looking for help, and you have help here today. So many people are here to help today. Okay? Good. So we're having more than one psychosocial counselor here. We'll have about 3 of them here. They're here to help. We have mothers, we have aunties that are professional here. They are ready to help you before you leave here today and start the process of helping you. Is that okay? Good. I guess that's it for me. I've taken much more than my time, but I hope it helped. Okay? Good. Can I go now? Thank you so much. Thank you.
Can do better than that. Thanks so much. Sorry. Thank you so much, Daddy, for that. I think before I call the next speaker, we should stretch. How about that? How about that? Okay, rise up. In fact, jump up to your feet. If you're excited about the lesson, jump up to your feet and let's do some stretches. Okay, we'll do yoga poses standing up. Yeah? Hello. Please, can you smile? You were very excited just now. Aren't you happy seeing that your identity is not just what you're wearing? Are you not excited that you carry more than what that boy thinks you are? Right? So if you're excited, let me hear your voice one more time. Let me hear you scream. Come on, let us scream. Let us scream. Thank you, thank you. It's your day, it's your day, it's your day. It's for us. It's not for the mothers. So please ignore the mother seated next to you. It's about you. Okay? So let us stretch. Are you ready, guys? I want to stretch with you. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, come on. Come on. Swing that waist. It's flexible. Come on. Swing it. Move, 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 move. Okay. So the convenience is just, as soon as you come out of here, just behind this door. It's just a walk behind you if you want the convenience, if you want to use the ladies. Oh, thank you. So before we call on our next speaker, I want us to reshuffle our panel. Thank you very much. You gave us your name. We really appreciate that, Thank you very, very much. Let's give them a round of applause. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, before you leave, I would love you to replace those who will be at the panel. Okay. Let's go. Wait. If you see your name, I don't know why I put it back in here, but pick one, you hold it. Pick one, you hold it. Thank you. Pick one, you hold it. Okay, could you open it? Beatrice. Beatrice, where are you? Beatrice. Oh, okay. Before Beatrice comes out, we want to vote. Who is the winner of this panel? Who asked the question that you were thinking of the most? Okay. So majority carries the vote. I think about 3 people asked questions. So already there are only 3 people we are voting from right now. 2, only 2 people. Okay. So let's vote. Sorry, you are Glory. So I think with a show of hands, if you think Melody answered or asked the question. Okay, so you guys are not the ones voting, they're voting for you, right? You're not the one voting. So I think with the suggestion of Pastor here, if I got you right, with a show of hands, if you think Melody asked questions that you were thinking of, let's go. Okay, so if you think Glory asked the questions you were thinking of, Glory. Okay, let's do it one more time. You think Melody asked the questions you were thinking of? You think Glory asked the questions you were thinking of? Okay, majority carries the vote. We've got a winner. Come on. Please wait for your prize. You'll be getting your prize. Before you leave, I want these people to come. Beatrice, where are you?
Lombe Gentilia.
Come on, let's clap for her.
Mary Mwanza.
Mary Mwanza. Mary Mwanza. Come on, don't be shy. Where art thou? Mary Mwanza.
Lontia Nyilenda.
Nirenda. Loncha Nirenda, where are you? I'm sorry. Forgive my pronunciation. Loncha, where are you? She's coming. Come on, let's give her a round of applause. Oh, that's not you.
Irene's her name.
Irene? Irene, where are you? Irene's surname. Irene's surname. Huh? Let's give her a round of applause.
Cecilia Malambo.
Cecilia Malambo. Cecilia, come on, let's give a round of applause. Okay, so Glory, you're the winner of this panel. Please make sure you get your prize before you leave. Insist on getting it. Come on, let's give them a round of applause as they move. Now, this panel will be replaced by Irene Gentilia,
Irene Ngoma,
Beatrice Kapaya,
Gentilia Rom,
Lista Nyurenga.
Cecilia Malam.
Come on, let's give them a round of applause again. All right, I hope you came with your books. I know each of us had books. When you come to the panel, please come with your book and your pen so that okay, if you know you're excited, I want you to make a sound of joy. Give me a sound of joy. Is that the word you use for it? If you know that you're excited to be here, can you give a round of applause to yourself? If you know that you're a beautiful woman and that your identity is not just in your beauty, can you give yourself a round of applause? Come on, come on, come on, yeah. That's it, that's it, that's it. Energy, come on. Yes, 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 my love, yes. Okay. At this point in time, I would want us to welcome our beloved mother to come and talk to us. Come on, let's give a round of applause.
Thank you. I love that shout because I love looking beautiful and looking nice. If you look at me, what do you say? I'm beautiful, eh? Okay, please, you can take your seats. Thank you. My name's Violet Perry. I'm a pastor too. I'm a businesswoman. And I also work. Is it afternoon? What time is it? This afternoon? Can you hear me at the back? You can't, eh? Can you now? Is it loud enough? It's okay there? Okay, fine. This afternoon, I'm going to speak on the value of a woman. The value of a woman. At times, we feel like we are not valuable. We look down upon ourselves. So I think it's very important that I should speak on this one today. I think we are going to read one scripture, which is coming from the book of Proverbs 31. I'll use that one. I know you are not wives, but I can use that one. Proverbs 31, verse 10. Somebody should read for me. Proverbs 31. I want someone to read. We all need to participate here because Pastor has been speaking for more than 1 hour, so some other people will start dozing here. Someone to read?
Okay. So the Bible reads, "How hard it is to find a capable wife. She is worth far more than jewels."
Yes. How hard is it to find a capable wife? She's far more than a ruby in other versions. What I want to talk about is worth far more than a ruby. What is a ruby? Somebody should tell me here. What is a ruby? What do you know when somebody says a ruby? There's a hand. What is a ruby? What do you understand? Okay, there's a hand there, Princess.
I think it's something which is precious.
Something that is precious. That's correct. Someone else also? Try someone else. There's another hand here.
Something that's priceless.
Yes. Somebody else to try? Okay, a ruby is a precious stone, very precious stone, and it's reddish in color. You've seen the thing I'm wearing here? That's how it looks like. That is a ruby. It's red in color. So that it's very precious stone, and it's not common, it's very rare. So the Bible says we are worth more than the ruby. So we are so valuable in the eyes of God. Sometimes we look down upon ourselves. We think, oh, me, I'm not worth it. We think, oh, me, this other person is so beautiful than me, so this one is more valuable than me. So this afternoon, I want to encourage us that we are all worth in the eyes of God. Amen. So this ruby is a precious stone, which is reddish. And the Bible says, we are far worth more than this ruby. So we need to see ourselves as people that are valuable, okay? And we've got a journey to do this. We've got principles that we need to use for us to be a worth woman, to be a valuable woman in our lives. These are some things that I've done in my life. For me to be where I am here, I've been married I was married for 30 years. The reason I'm telling you this, I want you to get something when I'm speaking. I was married for 30 years. My husband went to be with the Lord last year, and he's been 8 months down. If you look at me, do I look like that? Do I look like somebody that lost a husband 8 months ago? Why am I looking like that? It's because of what I've learned in my life. The values that I have in my life, they've made me to be where I am. In my life, I've said to myself that I don't want somebody to call me a widow. Because if they call you a widow, some people, I don't know what they think about it, but if they call you a widow, there's a negative effect upon your life. And I don't want to do that. So I call myself as Violet. I call myself as Pastor Violet. So I value myself. You know, I've heard a lot of stories of late. Girls are committing suicide because they feel like they don't have value. You know, if somebody just tells them they've got a boyfriend, you know, you've heard all these stories going around, eh? If the boyfriend just tells them, I think it's over. What do girls do? They end up committing suicide. Is it worth it to do that? Is it worth it? You need to value yourself. One thing that you need to do in your life, the first thing that you need to do for you to value yourself, you first need to love yourself. The problem is that sometimes we don't love ourselves. How many of us love themselves? Are you sure? Me, I love myself, I'm telling you. It doesn't matter what people say. Even if they tell me that you don't look beautiful, but in my heart I say to myself, I look beautiful. Some people, if they tell them that you look so slim, they get so much affected. You look so fat, oh, your breasts are too big. You know, you get so much affected. Why? Because you don't love yourself. Love yourself the way you are. Go in the mirror every day in the morning, look at yourself and say to yourself, oh, I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. That's what I do every day. And even when I'm walking, oh, I have to make an impression when I reach in the room. Because I know that I look beautiful. I know that I love myself. That's the first thing that you need to do, is to do what? Love yourself. You need to love yourself. You need to say, whether people say something bad about you, they say negative thing about you, say to yourself, me, I know I love myself and I look good. And I'm not just talking about looking good, the outward appearance of, so the inside you, the beauty, inside beauty, I'll talk about it. But one thing I want to tell you, you need to love yourself. You know, when you love yourself, it gives you self-esteem. Some they don't have it. So this afternoon, I want you from today, Tell yourself, I'll be loving myself the way I look. Go in the mirror every day. Say to yourself, oh, I love myself. Oh, I look good. It doesn't matter what people say about me. It doesn't matter what sometimes, you know, parents, they will say, they've never told you like that. They have, eh? But even if they say that, say to yourself, because you're the daughter. So love yourself. You need to love yourself. That is the first thing that you have to do. Those are the principles that you need to do for you to have this value of a woman. The second point that I need to tell you this morning, this afternoon, is you need to be so kind. You need to be kind. Some people are not kind with others. Whatever you sow, you will do what? What you sow, you will do what? If you sow kindness, what will happen to you? So you need to be kind. Some people, even just the way we talk to our friends, we're not so kind enough. If they've got problems, our friends, we're not there for them. Tell them that you won't walk alone in this route. You need to be a kind person, especially as a young woman. You're growing up to be a woman, a wife. You need to be what? You need to be so kind to one another. And when you go out there, people will say, this is a person that is so kind. You know, that brings value to your life. Also, the third point, the way you behave. Some behaviors are so bad. Oof. When you go out there, outside in the community, the behaviors, Pastor was talking about the character. Your character sometimes, our characters are bad. What has made me to be where I am now, it's because of the character I've built in my life from my childhood. There are certain things in my life I've said I've never done. You know, I've got a daughter, she's not even here. She's supposed to be here. At times she'll sit me down and ask me, Mommy, hey, when you were growing up, did you even have time to go and watch movies? I never did that. There are certain characters in my life that I built that I never did. And that's the reason I'm here where I am. If I had a bad character with the situation that I have right now, I think I could have been dead. But it's something that I've developed in my life. I developed a good character in my life, a good behavior. So this afternoon, for you to have a valuable life, you need to have what? You need to have what? Not the behavior where Pastor talked about it, you know, where of course, some people I know they've got boyfriends here. They go out, do a lot of things. Me, I work with the girls. Some of the girls are here. I know what they do. You go to school, you carry your bags, you carry your extra clothes in the bag. After school, they can tell you, us will follow. Some of the workers that I work with, they are here. We will follow you to school. Why? We are trying to help you to have a good character, to have a good behavior. So for you to be a valuable woman, you need to have what? A very good behavior. Can I ask the audience, what other things that can make you to be a valuable woman?
God-fearing.
Yes, thank you.
The way you dress and the way you appear to the world or outside.
Okay.
And confidence.
Sorry?
Confidence.
Confidence, okay, yes. I can't get you.
Having dignity and self-control.
Self-control, okay, yes. There are so many, please. Because I won't talk all of them. Sorry?
Respect.
Respect, yes, it's very important. Let me talk about respect. Some of us, the way we do, we don't even have respect, even to our parents, to the elderly people, when they're talking to us, just the way we behave, the way we come out, no respect. You know, we need to grow having respect to people. That will do what? Will contribute to have a valuable life. Any other person?
I think as a girl, you need to have pride.
You need to have what kind of pride?
Not that pride where people be condemning you, but at least
Not the negative one, but the positive one. Okay? Somebody else?
I think you need to be hardworking.
Hardworking, yes. Yes, I'll talk about it. Hardworking. Also, there's something that I want to talk about. You need to be a person of integrity. You know, doing a right thing. What you say, it is what you do. You know, there are some people, they say something else and they do something else. They say something else, their behavior is something else. So we need to be people of what? Of integrity. Let me ask you a question. Let's say you go in a shop and they give you over change. What would you do? They give you more money. What would you do?
You have to return.
You have to retain it, isn't it? That's being integrity. What if they've given you an item and you didn't pay for it and you've gone? What would you do? Would you go back or not? Would you go back or not? Some people will say, way. What would you do?
According to me, I can go back and return that, or I can go there and pay for that thing, because I didn't pay at the first time.
Okay, you have to go back and pay for that item. That is integrity. We need to have integrity in our lives. We need to do something that is right. We need to be so honest with things. We just have to go back and say, look, there's this item, I didn't pay for it. That is one of the things that will give you value in your life. You need to be a person of integrity. Somebody else?
You have to be treating others as you would love to be treated.
Yes, thank you. Yes, you have to be kind to other people. The other one that I want to talk about is listening. You know, in our age, sometimes we don't listen when people are talking to us. You know, we don't even pay attention to what they are saying. So this afternoon, I want to encourage you. When somebody is talking to you or is telling you something, you need to listen. Just listen to what they have to tell you, because you may lose the opportunity of learning. So you have to do what? You have to listen. Some people, when you call them, you want to talk to them, they'll say, who are you? You're not even my mother. I think it's very important to listen to what they have to tell you. So it's part of it that will make you learn more things in your life, because you can lose an opportunity of learning or of growth. Another thing that will make you valuable in your life. There's another hand behind there.
Well, I think also maintaining a good circle, as in your association also matters.
Yes, yes. Princess, there's another one behind. It's only one person answering.
I think you need wisdom.
You need wisdom, eh? Yes.
You need to be patient.
You need to be, yeah, yes.
I think you need to have a good relationship with God. In other words, you need to be prayerful.
Yes, it need be, okay, yes. That's good. Somebody else?
I think we need to cooperate with others.
With others. There's a word that I wanted someone to talk about. Pastor was talking about education, but I'm going to talk it as empowering. Empowerment. We need to be empowered. When we are educated, then we are empowered. For me, I want to share something about my life. You know, I've been empowered not through my business. I want to talk about my business. Sometimes you may think, oh, I have to get, when I finish school, the only thing that I'm going to do is to do what? Is to get married. But you need to do something else. Yes, getting married, it's good. But me, I've been empowered. I'm a business person. You know, I started my business when I was very young, actually. And I started with very small amount of money. In fact, Pastor is the one that gave me money the first time I did business. I started with very few items that I was buying. I used to go to Tanzania. I just want to encourage someone this afternoon. I just want to motivate you this afternoon that even as a girl, yes, you go to school, you get married, but there's something that you have to do in your life. I started going to Tanzania. I would come back home, buying only maybe 5 boxes of maybe Mekolok. And when I come at the station, I would see other people coming out with a lot of goods, and those that it used to pain me a lot. It used to pain me a lot. In my heart, I said to myself, I need to work very hard. I can't be coming home buying just these few items, just these 5 boxes of Mekolok. And I started working very hard. I started working very hard. There was a time I came back from Tanzania in a bus. I used to go by bus. When I came back, and my husband came to pick me up some years back. And when I removed my things, I could see that he felt so disappointed that I came with very little things. And I'm sure in his heart he was just saying, how come you can go this far and come back with very little items? And I said to myself from that day, I said, I'm going to work hard so that even me, I can be like these other big women who do business. And that's how I started going to Tanzania. I didn't give up. I'm a person that don't give up. No matter how it looks so bad, I press on in my life. I don't give up. I kept on going. I kept on going. I kept on going. And my items started increasing. They started increasing. Each time I went to Tanzania, I come back, things started increasing in my life. And the time came when people would even say, I think mle isusha basi. You know, mle isusha basi nefintu. You know, I just want to encourage you. Don't give up in life. Don't. You know, you have to work hard. And that will bring what? Value in your life. I kept on going to Tanzania. After that, again, I started going to China. Now I bring a lot of things. Very soon I'll be opening a shop. And I told you that I lost my husband 8 months ago. Imagine if I wasn't doing what I'm doing. Where was I going to be? Tell me. Was I going to look like this? Was I going to be looking like this? I think I'm looking so beautiful, isn't it? No one would know that I lost my husband, isn't it? But it's because of the value and the working hard that I've been doing in my life. Even when my husband was around, he kept on encouraging me to say, you can do it, you can do it. One thing I want to encourage you this afternoon is something that you have to do. You have to work very hard. Be empowered. Some of you may not manage to go to college. There are those courses we call, they would go and do small courses. How do you call them? There's Bernadette there, Winnie. I hope they haven't gone out. There are those that goes to do a trade where you go and do just even catering. You can do that and you can start your business there and it can grow. You can take yourself to school. So I just want to encourage you this afternoon. You need to work very hard. Don't just think of marriage. Don't just think of a boyfriend this time. Time will come and good ones will come. Amen? Amen? And as you see me here, I don't just do business. I work also. I work with some Swedish people. Apart from that, Pastor was just talking about Action for Empowerment. There are people here from Action for Empowerment. I'm a chairperson there now. My husband is late. Don't you want to be like me? Don't you want to be like me? There are times I go somewhere else, people, when I just reach there, they'll say, wow, we want to be like you. And we just want to motivate you. You need to work very hard. If you work very hard, you put value to your life. It's very important. Yes, maybe you might become pregnant now. Now things have changed, eh? And even if you're pregnant, they go to school. They go back to school. If you've made a mistake, you have to go back to school and continue with your school. That's the only way you'll be empowered. I'm also a chairperson of a clinic. It's almost like a hospital. Last week, we even employed a doctor. Do I look like that? I just want to motivate you this afternoon that it's not just being there, having fun, going out for dinner, for lunch. No, there are more you can do to put value to your life. And just the way we behave. I think I just want to talk about this behavior sometimes, you know. I see how the young girls behave. You find, especially this side, you know, I work in Kalingalinga. I think a lot of people know me here. I work in Kalingalinga. You find some girls, they go drinking. At the age, they will say, yes, I'm a Christian. During the day, they are Christians. But in the evenings, they go in these bars. You know what I do? As we go in the evenings, we follow. I think some people here, they know that we follow them up. And early marriages, you want to get married. Now, is that putting value to your life? You don't need to do that. At the moment, all you need to do is to do what? To be empowered through education. So I'm encouraging you. You need to do that. Be encouraged this afternoon because there are so benefits when you do that. When you have value in your life, there are so many benefits in your life. What are the benefits you can have? What are the benefits to have value in your life?
When you have value in your life, the society will respect you as a woman.
Yes, thank you. Somebody else? Not you. I think Pastor should give a present to this girl here. Somebody else. The benefits of having value in your life. It makes you be happy, isn't it? You don't know? There's someone there behind.
I think when you have value in your life, people won't be making decisions without you. They'll be waiting for you until you are there.
Yes, thank you so much. People will wait for you. No one will make decisions. They say, until that person comes. Because why? You've got value in your life. If you don't have, they will have meetings without you. So we need to have values in our lives. Someone?
I think when you have value in your life, you get to enjoy life. You don't have to wait for someone to buy you something that you like because you can get it yourself.
You can get
and
yourself.
Then you get the, I don't know how to explain it. You get the respect that you, as she said, you get the respect that you deserve
from people. Yes. Also, it makes you to come out of problems. You know, when you've got values in your life, there are certain things that you can't do. And you can't be in problems.
People won't be able to take advantage of you. because you know you've got value.
You've got value in your life. Yes, thank you. Any other person? Is somebody here?
When you have value in your life, you may help some people to build their future such that they'll be inspired.
They'll be inspired by you.
They'll be inspiring you, so they also want to be like you.
Yes, thank you. Yes, when you have value in your life, there are certain things in your life that you want to remove, those things that are wrong. That's what value does. Any other person?
When you have value in your life,
Mm-hmm.
you have authority. You have authority and you enjoy.
You enjoy your
Yeah.
life. Thank you, yes. Any other person there here?
When you have values in your life, people will be respecting you and you'll be a somebody in life, not a nobody.
Say it again. People didn't hear you from behind.
When you have values in your life,
Mm-hmm.
people will be respecting you and you will be a somebody in life,
Yes.
not a nobody.
Yes, yes, yes. People will respect you. And also, okay, there's somebody, let me not say it.
When you have value as you, I think even your enemies will begin to favor you.
Okay. Okay. Okay, any other person?
Like when you have value in your life, you'll be loved by God.
Sorry?
When you have value in your life, you'll be loved by God.
You'll be loved by God. Yes. Okay, any other one?
When a woman has value in her life, she might have a good reputation. She might have a good name.
Yes, a very good name. If you've got value, it's very, very important because you need to have a good name is good. So value makes you to have a good name outside there. And also when you have value, the way you react to things, you know, because value will be your guide. The way you react, even if somebody comes to you and wrong you, the way you react to that person, because the values will guide you how to go about it. Yes? Princess, somebody else here?
When you have value, you also attract greater opportunities.
Yes, yes, greater opportunities. You'll be promoted if you're working. You'll be promoted because of the values that you have in your lives. The last one now. Princess, somebody else this side.
When you add value to your life, you won't be depending on people.
You won't be depending on people. We need to have values in our lives. It's very important as a woman. Sometimes we look down upon ourselves because we don't have value in our lives. It's very important because if we don't have values, anyone that says anything that is negative, you react. I think I just want to say something about somebody called me last week. This person, I think she was almost committing suicide. And she called me, she said, before I commit suicide, I just want to talk to you because the boyfriend said it is over. But this person didn't love herself. She didn't have value in her life. But I just want to encourage every one of us, we need to be women of what? With values. Amen. Thank you so much.
A round of applause for our mother. Come on. Question time. So, panel, I'm sure that you've prepared some questions. Okay.
How can you help someone who doesn't know their value?
Their values. It is through, that's why Pastor was saying there are counselors here. I think through counseling, we can help a person to have values in their lives because it takes a time for you to, for example, if you want somebody to love themselves, it's not just telling you that you need to love yourself. It's a process. So you have to go under counseling. people will help you here.
Someone mentioned something about the Seiko, about or maybe the people being founded. There are those people whereby they are always following you, and they have got a very bad character, especially at school or at home. So how do you deal with that?
I think that one, you just have to tell them that you can't work together. Can two work together unless they do what? They agree. You just have to be open and tell them that we can't.
Okay.
Thank you.
I have a question.
Okay.
How can you build up your self-esteem and confidence as a young girl?
As a young girl. Let me throw it to people here so that they also participate. How can you do that? Say it louder so that they can hear it at the back. Because we've been seated for a long time. That's why I'm doing this, so that everyone can be part of it.
How can you build up yourself?
How can you build up yourself?
And confidence.
Self-esteem and confidence.
As a young woman.
As a young woman. Okay? There's so many hands. Thank you, thank you. Winnie. Can you give Winnie, she's behind there. Winnie, can you say something about confidence and self-esteem? She's one of the people that I work with.
Thank you very much, ma'am. The first thing, you have to accept yourself. Acceptance matters. Once you accept yourself, you are able, you know your identity, meaning you are going to work on your esteem. So acceptance matters in everything you do.
Okay, someone else behind there, a lot of hands who give you time to say something.
And you have to have self-confidence as a girl. If you're facing any challenge, you can overcome it as a girl through self-confidence. If you have self-confidence, nothing can throw you down.
Being true to yourself.
Being true to yourself. What if you're on a negative, you're on a low side? How can you be true to yourself? Okay. Some hands behind, some hands there.
Association matters. You can't be found with great people and still feel less.
Yeah.
And if you are found with people that feel less of themselves, you may just join in and feel the way they feel.
Yeah.
So association matters as well.
Yes, thank you.
I think stop trying to please people. You should have like your own goals in life and you should not be trying to please anybody. Then your self-esteem will grow.
Okay. Somebody else?
And you have to be confident of yourself, and then you have to be proud of who you are. You're not supposed to see or ask, why am I like this? Just be proud of who you are for you to move forward.
Okay. When you know your worth, you know where you stand in life and in society.
Okay. You need also just to love yourself. That will motivate you. That's all I can say. Thank you, Princess.
Thank you very much, Mom. Come on, let's give Mom a round of applause. You know you want to look like this woman. You want to feel empowered. You want to do the kind of things she does, like she just told us. I think I will just go through a few things that she said, you know, or a summary of what we've gone through. Let's go through a summary of what we've gone through so far. So far, I've heard all of us who've answered our questions, but I think I wrote some points here. The first teacher said that the first person the woman met was God. So that means when you were created, the first person, actually before you were brought out to any form of package, the first person you met was the Creator himself. And apparently, men were made from dust, and you were made from the most polished bone of the body. Have you seen a rib before? Who has seen a skeleton before? I'm sure those who do biology have you seen a skeleton before? Can you tell me the most polished part of a skeleton? A skeleton is a framework, right? A skeleton is what? A framework. I think is what's a skeleton, guys? Who can tell me what a skeleton is? Thank you very much. She said it's a firm structure that protects, that stabilizes the body. So when you look at the part of a skeleton, you would see amongst every other bones in the body with ridges and rough edges, the ribs is very smooth. It's very smooth. And like I said in the beginning, man was made from dust. Dust is rough. So you were taking time. God made you and he took time making you to a point where if we're using biblical terms and you were made from the ribs, it means you're special. I feel special. I feel beautiful. And the second point, he says, if you are wise, you will build life. So we start building life from now, from this kind of seminars, from the answers that you just gave. Building your life one day at a time, one resources at a time. A wise woman builds and the foolish one destroys. And you are the potential woman. So you're the one with the wisdom to build, right? Right? And love yourself, build your esteem, be empowered, don't give up. I'll tell you a story about not giving up. And, okay, not a story, but I'll summarize it by saying everyone here has episodes where they don't want to do anything anymore. Even at school, you feel like, this book, the teacher can mark it by himself. I've had days like that. But if I'm looking up to certain women, and I look at them when I come see them, once in a while when I see them at church, when I see them outside church, I see the composure. I see that they are empowered. I don't think, no offense, okay? I don't think I want to be part of, I'm not saying there's dignity in labor, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong if you work in the market, but I'm saying I've given myself the standards from the people I see. She said, empower yourself. She went to the market, she's come with other things, and she said, how will I go to this same place where other people are coming back with more things, and then I'm coming back with less? I will never carry, if you want to carry less, let me see your hand. I will never carry less. Excuse me, there's something they say in Pidgin, I no go carry last. I will never carry last, and if you want to carry last, I don't know about you. But today I'm living here empowered, and I hope by now you are feeling a little empowered. I know that you're feeling gingered. Before we go for break, I want to call our president. I want to call our HOD, Sorry, I'm using the word president. But you understand what president is, right? HOD feels so formal. HOD. President, come on. Let's give her a round of applause. Come on.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm looking upwards because the dress might just whoop. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Our next session is supposed to be on a topic called gender and sexuality. But this one will be group work. So we will work on it in groups. Then we will go for lunch. Then after lunch, we will come and present our answers. And that is how we're going to learn. It's time for us to teach each other what we know and we bridge the gap. How is that? Yes, so Messi, that's my assistant, Messi. Please give a hand. My assistant, Messi, has topics under sexuality and gender. So, how we are going to make our groups are as follows. Because I have seen from the time you came, you've just been here, the three of you, meaning you came the three of you. I'm dismantling you. The same there. So I will start, count 1. I want 2 there. So I want numbers. So 1 to 7, we have 7 questions. So it has to be 1. No, yeah. So you know your numbers, right? Next row. One again. One. Who's 1 here? 1. 7. 5, my sister. We didn't go to 8. We started 1. Okay? Yes. The coordinator. We are here. Then it's going like that. To this side. Yeah, this group has been dismantled. Numbers? That's mom, so you have seen her. You want her to count? McLean. We are on 7, so you are 7. So those that are 1, can I see your hands? When you counted 1, all of you, where's Okamba? I'm 1. Everyone that was 1, 1, 1, 1. Can I see your hands? I want, how are we going to do this, Princess?
So if you are in one,
so we are, before we do that, let Princess finish this before we dismantle you. I'm just here just now. Did we finish with this? Yes.
So we're going to do the vote one more time for this panel. Let's clap for them one more time. Please stand up. Stand up. How many people remember the questions they asked? Oh, you didn't ask. Sorry. If you think Beatrice asked questions that you were thinking of, let's see with a show of hands. If you think Irene asked questions you were thinking of, let's see with a show of hands. If you think Gentira asked questions you were thinking of, let's see with a show of hands. Okay, so we have 2 people here. We have Gentira and we have Beatrice. Again, if you think Beatrice asked questions you were thinking of, with a show of hands, let's see that. If you feel like this. Now, if you think Gentira asked questions you were thinking of, let's see with a show of hands. Okay, so I think we have a winner, Gentira. Come on, let's clap for her. Make sure you get your gift. Thank you very, very much for the question, for coming out to the panel. I'll choose you to pick the next panel, but for now, thank you very much. Come on, let's clap for them as they take their seat. Leave here with your number.
So 1. So you join those groups. You can take your seats. So we are now dismantling. This is a group work. Everyone has to participate. No one is going to answer for you, but you have to answer by yourselves in a group. So it's time to know each other. If you didn't greet each other because others were this side, others were this side, greet each other and start from there. So when I'll be going around, I want to see people working together. This is how we are going to build Zambia and we are going to build the world. Women have to work together. No Purim Down syndrome, right? So we are going to all go in our groups. I want group 1 on these 2 rows. So if you said I'm 1, I want them to occupy these 2. So first let me demonstrate, then you will know where you're going to sit, right? Group 2, I want them to sit here. Group 3, I want here. Group 4. Group 5. Group 6. Group 7. This whole 3. Then I start group 1, group 2, group 2, group 3. It makes sense? It hasn't. Your group, I'll start. So, these 3 rows here. So you're going to move from where you're seated to move to where your groups are supposed to be. So, okay, give me this. Who was 1 here? Who was 1? Who was 1? Huh? No, I want 1. So, 1. All of you stand. All of you who are 1, stand. All of you who are 1, who find yourselves in this row. Let me finish. Who find yourselves in these 3 rows. All of you that are 2, who find yourselves in these 3 rows. So 2, can 2 come here? Question 2? Yes. That's what we're doing. Okay. Okay. Okay, group 1, come in front. All 1s.
Some energy, please, guys. We said we're not doing mother stuff, we're doing young women's things. So, if your stomach is paining you, you go behind.